Hello students. In the previous session we have solved some problems relating to assessment of individuals. In this session let us solve two more problems relating to this. See this problem. Mr. Satish furnishes the following details for the previous year 2019-20. Make it as 2019-20. Particulars and amounts are given. First one, income from salary 4 lakhs. Here computed income from salary is given. You can write the amount directly in the outer column. Next, rent from house property rupees 92,000, municipal taxes paid by the tenant rupees 2,000 and rupees 2,000 paid by Satish. Rent of house property is given, income from house property is not directly given. Here municipal taxes paid by the SSC can be deducted from the rent from house property and municipal tax paid by the tenant cannot be deducted because it is not relating to our SSC. So you have to deduct rupees 2,000 paid by Satish. This 2,000 you have to deduct from a rent from house property to get income from house property. So the income from house property amounts to rupees 90,000. Next, short term capital gain 20,000 is given and long term capital gain 30,000 given. These two items come under capital gains. Next one, long term capital loss 10,000 is given. This long term capital loss can be set off only against long term capital gain. Long term capital gain is 30,000. When you deduct 10,000 from this, your total long term capital amounts to rupees 20,000. So the total capital gain amounts to rupees 40,000. Income from lottery gross amount is given, that means no need to calculate the TDS which is deducted at the time of receiving this income from lottery. Rupees 25,000 directly you can write. Here long term capital gain can be taxed at the rate of 20% and income from lottery can be taxed at the rate of 30% separately, and here TDS of 30% must be deducted while calculating total tax payable by the SSC. Remember that point. And next one, agriculture income 20,000. Agriculture income is exempted from tax, but for the purpose of calculating total income you have to add this agriculture income to the total income, and while calculating tax payable by the SSC you have to deduct that agriculture income. Next, see dividend received from Indian company. Any dividend received from Indian company is exempted from tax under the head income from other sources. It is exempted income 10,000, no need to consider for the calculation of total income. Next one, see royalty on books. Royalty on books is the income under income from other sources, you have to write it there. Next one, see interest on post office bank account. Here interest on post office bank account is income under the head income from other sources. Up to 3,500 rupees, this interest on post office bank account is exempted from tax. Remember this point, up to 3,500 rupees. The balance amount 1,500 is taxable under income from other sources, and this can be deductible under section 80 TTA, that difference amount 1,500 rupees, because 3,500 is exempted from tax. Next point, examinership remuneration is taxable, is the income under the head income from other sources. Examinership remuneration, income from other sources. Next, see Life insurance premium paid 12,000 rupees is given. It is deductible under section 80C. Next, contribution to RPF also deductible under section 80C. Next, donation to National Defence Fund rupees 14,000 is deductible under section 80G. This donation to NDF is without limit donation. 100% deduction is allowed on this 14,000 rupees. Next, see, investment in NSE 8 issue is deductible under section 80C. Next one, medical policy premium paid by check rupees 9,000 is deductible under section 80D, that is medical insurance premium paid. Here up to 25,000 is deductible, that is the maximum limit under section 80D, but here premium paid only 9,000, so entire amount can be deductible under that section. Compute the tax liability of Mr. Satish for the assessment year 2020-21. Write the year assessment year 2021. Let us solve this problem. First, you have to calculate total income of Mr. Satish to calculate the tax payable by him for the assessment year 2020-21. See, you have to draw 3 columns, particulars and 2 amount column. First one, income from salary, computed amount is given, so directly can write in the outer column 4 lakhs. Next one, income from house property. In this problem, gross annual value is given 92,000. From that you have to deduct municipal tax paid by the owner, not by the tenant. Here paid by Mr. Satish must be deducted rupees 2,000. The balance is called as annual value. Annual value is rupees 90,000. From that you have to deduct the compulsory deduction, that is standard deduction under section 24 at the rate of 30% on annual value. Standard deduction is compulsory. In income from salary also there is a standard deduction of 50,000. Here computed amount is given, so no need to deduct that amount. That means they already deducted that 50,000 and then they gave the amount 4 lakh. But here income from house property computed amount is not given. That is why you have to deduct this standard deduction at the rate of 30% of annual value of 90,000. That amounts to rupees 27,000. When you deduct 27,000 from 90,000, you get income from house property as 63,000. Next one, income from business is nil, no any income from business. Next one, capital gains. There are 3 items. First one, short term capital gain 20,000. Next, long term capital gain 30,000 and long term capital loss 10,000. This long term capital loss can be set off only against long term capital gain. So, deduct this loss from the gain, you get 20,000 gain, that is long term capital gain. Total of these two amounts to rupees 40,000. You can write it in the outer column as capital gains. Next thing is income from other sources. There are some items under income from other sources. First one, income from lottery. Here gross amount is given in the problem, no need to grossing up of that income. So 25,000 you can directly write in the outer column. Next one, dividend from shares of domestic company is exempted from tax. Royalty from books rupees 40,000. Interest on post office savings bank account, see, up to 3,500 exempted. So the difference between 5,000 and that exempted amount is 1,500, that is a taxable income of Mr. Satish. You can write it in the outer column. Next, examinership remuneration 6,000. So the total of this 5 heads amounts to the total of income from other sources amounts to rupees 72,500. It is the total of income from other sources. Write it in the upper column, and here gross total income amounts to rupees 5,75,500. It is the gross total income. Gross total income 5,75,500 rupees. From that you have to deduct deduction under section 80. In this problem, see, there are 4 deductions. First one 80C, under that 3 items are there. First one life insurance premium 12,000, second one contribution to RPF 8,000, next one investment in NSE 8th issue 10,000. Next, see, section 80D medical policy premium paid rupees 9,000, and section 80G donation to NDF 14,000. Next one, deduction under section 80 TTE, that is interest on post office savings bank account. Here up to 10,000 they can claim, but here the interest is only 1,500 rupees. They paid only, they received rupees 5,000. Out of that 3,500 is exempted. So they can claim only 1,500 rupees. The total of this section 80 is 54,500. When you deduct this deduction under section 80, 54,500 from gross total income, you get total taxable income as 5,21,000 rupees. Total taxable income is 5,21,000. To that you have to add agriculture income for tax calculation purpose 20,000 you have to add here. So aggregate income is 5,41,000 rupees. This is the total income, 5,41,000 including agriculture income. Okay. Next, let us calculate the tax liability. First, you have to calculate tax on winning from lottery at the rate of 30%. That amounts to rupees 7,500. That is 30% of 25,000, 7,500. Next, on long term capital gain at the rate of 20% amounts to rupees 4,000. On these 2 items you have to calculate the tax separately at the fixed rate. On the balance you have to apply the tax slab for the current assessment year. Here balance amount is 5,41,000 minus 45,000, that is the total of these two, 25,000 plus 20,000. When you deduct this item from your total income, you get 4,96,000. On first 2,50,000 nil, because here you have to consider Mr. Satish as below 60 year category because no information is given about his age. So you have to consider him in the general category. For general category, first 2,50,000 no need to pay tax, so the taxable amount is nil. Next, you have to consider the agriculture income rupees 20,000, that is exempted from tax, that you have to mention clearly. Agriculture income 20,000 exempted. Next, 2,26,000, that is 4,96,000 minus 2,70,000, that is 2,50,000 plus 20,000 is equal to 2,26,000. The balance amount, on that balance amount at the rate of 5%, because between 2,50,000 to 5 lakh is taxable at the rate of 5%. The amount is 11,300 rupees. Here the total taxable income exceeds 5 lakhs. So, no rebate for Mr. Satish. So, no need to deduct the rebate here because total income exceeds 5 lakhs rupees. You have to add health and education cess 4% to the total tax payable, that is 912 rupees. When you add these two items, total tax payable by Mr. Satish amounts to rupees 23,712 rupees. From that you have to deduct TDS on winning from lottery 7,500. When you deduct this TDS, you get net tax payable 16,212 rupees. It is the tax payable by Mr. Satish for the assessment year 2020-21. In every problem, remember TDS on winning from a lottery or income on any casual income you have to deduct, because they receive that casual income after deducting the TDS only. So, no need to pay extra tax on that income. That is why you have to deduct TDS on any casual income if they mention nothing about that item in the problem. Okay. This is the problem which may appear for 24 marks in your exam. Let us solve one more problem. See this problem. Total income of Mr. Mohan Das, age 58 years, particularly mentioned, that means he is below the age of 60, up to 2,50,000 exempted from tax. His total income amounts to rupees 12,80,200 rupees. It includes agriculture income rupees 40,000, short term capital gains amounting to 30,000, long term capital gains 50,000 and winning from Uttar Pradesh state lottery 1 lakh, that is gross amount is given. Find out his tax liability. Here all informations are given directly. Total income is 12,80,200 rupees, which include agriculture income. This agriculture income is exempted from tax, no need to pay tax on this agriculture income, 40,000 rupees. And about short term capital gains, nothing is mentioned about this one. If they mention particularly that short term capital gains under section 111A or taxable at the rate of 15, at that time you have to consider this short term capital gains taxable at the rate of 15%. Here no information is given. You can consider this short term capital gain 30,000 along with other income. No need to calculate tax on this short term capital gain separately. Okay, no need to consider it separately. Remember this point. And next one, long term capital gains 50,000. On this long term capital gain, you have to pay tax at 20%, and winning from UP state lottery 1 lakh, gross amount is given, no need to grossing up of this amount again. This is taxable at the rate of 30%. Okay. Let us calculate the tax liability of Mr. Mohan Das. See the computation here. Tax on total income 12,80,200 rupees. Out of that you have to calculate tax on winning from UP state lottery at the rate of 30%. On 1,30,000 means 30,000. Write it in the outer amount column. Next see, on long term capital gain at the rate of 20%. Long term capital gain amount 50,000, on that 20% means 10,000. On balance you have to apply the tax slab. The balance amount is 11,30,200 rupees, that is 12,80,200 minus winning from lottery and long term capital gain. On first 2,50,000 the tax amount is nil because up to 2,50,000 exempted from tax. Next you have to write agriculture income 40,000 rupees. On agriculture income exempted from tax, no need to pay tax, so write as exempt from tax. Next 2,10,000 rupees, that is up to 2,50,000 nil. Next 2,50,000, that is from 2,50,000 to 5 lakh at the rate of 5%, but in this problem out of that 2,50,000, 40,000 is considered as agriculture income and exempted from tax. So the difference between 2,50,000, that is the next 2,50,000 and this 40,000 is 2,10,000. On that 2,10,000 at the rate of 5%, 10,500 rupees is the tax amount. Next 5 lakh, that is from 5 lakh to 10 lakh at the rate of 20% you have to pay tax. So next rupees 5 lakh at the rate of 20% amounts to rupees 1 lakh. Okay. Next see, next 1,30,200, that is balance. On balance you have to pay at the rate of 30%, that is above 10 lakh you have to pay 30% tax, amounts to rupees 39,060 rupees. So the total tax payable by Mr. Mohandas amounts to rupees 1,89,560. To that you have to add health and education cess at the rate of 4%, that amounts to rupees 7,582. The total tax payable is 1,97,142. From that you have to deduct TDS, that is tax deducted at source on lottery, 30,000. So the total tax payable by him is 1,67,140. Actually it is 1,67,142. You have to round off that figure into nearest 10 rupee, that is 1,67,140 rupees. So this is the problem relating to computation of tax liability. Let us solve some more problems in the next session. Let us stop this session here. Thank you.